Hey everyone, Hexmania here. Today I'm going to be unboxing and reviewing my first figure of 2025. Now this is the Mcfarlane Toys DC Multiverse Darkseid Megafig. Now this is based off of DC Classic. So we can see that this is for ages 12 plus, and on the front here we do in fact get the name and logo, so we get the DC Multiverse along with Darkseid printed. So on both sides we can see we get the same again, but on this particular version we can see that we get a window display showcasing Darkseid from the side, and on the other it is just basically a black background. On the back here, we can see that we get this nice photo of Darkseid straight out of the comic. So we can see him displayed with a white and red background, and we get a massive black font of Darkseid's name. Now, for anyone wondering, yes, there is the 22 points of articulation written on the back. So this is the top, and this is the bottom. So, without further ado, let's crack Darkseid out of his packaging. Alright, let's get to it, shall we? There we go. That wasn't too hard at all. So here is the figure out of the box. So simple. And here is the actual card as well. There we are. So let's put this back. Alright, so here is Darkseid out of the packaging. So let's have a look at the accessories and then we'll have a look at Darkseid himself. So let's place Darkseid on my bed just for a second. So up first here we get his alternative face sculpt. So we can see for the face it is in a grey colour. We do get some eyeshadow in black, and for his actual eyes they are in red. We can see that he's got a neutral, not amused expression going on for his mouth, and we can see that his eyes are pretty cross. Now for the rest of the head, we can see that we got this blue little cover going across his face here for the hood. So this is what the bottom of the face looks like. Up next, we do in fact get a pointing finger. So this is nicely sculpted, I've got to be honest with you guys. And on the bottom here we get the peg, so we can place this onto the arms. Next we get a fisted hand once again, and the sculpt for the fingers are pretty phenomenal. Next we get the trading card, as we can see here, so we do get that picture that is displayed on the back of the box. On the back here we get a picture of Darkseid along with his name, and we get a bio telling us all about the character. So if you want to pause the video, then pause the video. Alright, so here is Darkseid. So you can see him that is in his classic blue suit. So he does wear the blue gloves. He does have the big long blue boots that's covering most of his leg. On the back here we can see that he does get a shiny blue cape. We can see it for his head sculpt that he's displayed with him firing the Omega beams. We can see on the bottom there of his cape he does have his emblem in a shiny silver colour. Now we do get some nice sculpts for the arms, so we can see the veins popping here and there. He does have a white silver belt wrapping around the entire body. Now, the one thing I really do like about this is his cape, because it is bendy wire, so we can in fact display Darkseid however we like in our photos to give him that dynamic pose and effect. Now, the one thing about this figure is, which I have seen reviews on, it can easily fall apart, and that's because this is in fact a builder figure, but then later this got turned into a normal release. But that does not really bother me. Now, some of the joints on this is stiff, so it's going to take a while for it to ease, and I'm able to display him however I like. But overall, this figure looks great and definitely was worth the wait. Alright, so for the articulation, I'm going to try my best for this, because the joints are very stiff, especially towards the elbows here. So, he does have the full rotation, so you can rotate all the way around. His hands can do the full 360, and he does have joints, so you can move it up, down, side to side. He does have swivel on the elbows here. His feet can sort of bend, but because of the stiffiness, it's going to take a while to get used to, but he can bend about that far out. He does have waist swivel, actually, which is pretty good, so as you can see here. For the head, it can rotate left and right. It can, I think, can bend up a little bit, but bend a lot down, so he can look down towards his enemies. And for his leg, he does have double joints, and his feet can go up and down, but does not, I don't think, or can it? Yeah, it does have toe articulation as well, but because of it being stiff, it's going to take us some time to warm this up. But yeah, overall, I'm actually quite impressed with this. So yeah, it can do the standard articulation that a normal DC Multiverse figure can. Alright guys, I'm not gonna lie, this was really fiddly to get the hand in and the head. But here you can see that I swapped them out, so I've got the pointing finger and I've got the neutral face in its place. So hopefully over time this will get more easier to swap out the hands and display Darkseid, but the joints did keep popping out on me, so that was the issue, but they are easily to get back in, so there is no harm done. This figure is still going to look great when you're displaying Darkseid with Superman or Batman. Alright, so doing some size comparisons now. Here is Darkseid next to Blue Beetle. Here's Darkseid next to Grand Admiral Thrawn. Here's Darkseid next to R4-D4. Alright, so I guess that's about it for my review and unboxing on the Mcfarlane Toys DC Multiverse Darkseid Megafig based off of DC Classics. Now, is this figure perfect? No, it does have its limitations with the articulation being stiff and with this being basically a builder figure, because the joints do come off. Now, the one really good thing I like about this is the bendy wire cape, because that will help with your photos in getting Darkseid looking like he's actually taking damage to the heroes. Now, I do like we get two alternative face sculpts, so we get Darkseid with the Omega Beam and we get him in his neutral. Now, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and if you did, please hit the like button, comment down below, share and subscribe to the channel to see more videos just like this. and I shall all see you again in the next one. So, until then, take care. Goodbye.